The people who don't post on social media are extremely rare, extremely special and unique in today's modern world. Why? Because people of all ages, backgrounds, people from everywhere are posting constant updates on their lives and so much more on social media. And as a result, are setting themselves unrealistic expectations and are living fake bullshit lives. And if you're someone who's sick and tired of fakeness and bullshit, join my free community, the No Bullshit Society, where we unpack these lies and improve ourselves through truth. It's free to join. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment down below. When social media first came around, I was quite stunned. I'm 38 at the moment, and I remember a time where you used to log on and go onto MSN Messenger to speak to people, AOL, etc., where texting just literally came out of the blue when I was a teenager. So I also do remember life before all of this bullshit. However, when it came about, it was exciting to connect and talk to people from all over the world, people from school and so on. But now it's become this monstrous, evil, narcissistic space for people to lose control, for people to show off, for people to brag, for people to lie, for people to cheat, etc. When we are uploading a picture, an update, a video onto social media, and I'm not talking about as a YouTuber, I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. What are we doing there? You see, the psychology behind those who post on social media is so blatantly obvious. In case you didn't realize, it's attention seeking. But you might say, well, whose attention are they trying to gather? Well, that's the interesting part. Take a very attractive young woman between the ages of 20 and 30. Let's say she's even engaged. Let's say she's got a serious partner. What possesses her to post a picture or video of her twerking her backside, showing off cleavage, very provocative photos and so on, of just her and not the partner? Is it to gather the attention of other men and cheat on him? Not necessarily so. It is to gather attention. The more provocative, the more sexy, the more filtered she is, the more attention she'll gather, not just from men, women who want to be her minions and so on. People are literally more obsessed with algorithms and codes, because that's all social media is algorithm and codes, something you can't physically touch, than real life. If you go out for a meal, go to watch a movie, go have any sort of experience in the real world, you will see these people, young and even old, engrossed in their phones, in selfies, in endless pictures, in videos, in TikToks, in reels, etc. They are taken out of the human existence and into the digital world, which is exactly where these multi-billion dollar businesses and companies and websites want you to be. They want to take you away from truth and plunge you into reality. And therefore it is like a ripple effect affected so many people. That young woman who's a narcissist is just like her mother who's a narcissist. Is just like her father who's a narcissist, who plays happy families, who has to show off what car they're driving, have to show off basically what they're doing 24/7. Whether it's eating, whether it's sleeping, whether it's going on vacation, whether it's watching a movie, whatever. And then people think that they need to share their opinions, political, personal, so on and so forth. And again, the ripple effect happens. Somebody watches these people, is friends with them, is related to them. Oh, if they're doing that, I'm going to do that. Let me talk about the psychology of those who post on social media. Yours truly used to do it. I was dumb, I was young, I was naive, I was single, I tried to show off. I thought that was the best thing to do because that's exactly what everyone else does. I was unconscious, I was not awake, I was a fool. And then I'll never forget it. I was on vacation, a much needed vacation, a couple of months after those stupid lockdowns and a year after my dad died. I needed to go back to the Mediterranean, my roots, and get sun, get sea, get food, and just rest and recover. And at the time, I briefly had an Instagram account. So what did I do? I took my watch out, which is a standard watch, by the way, and took a picture of it with the backdrop of the swimming pool, a cocktail in my hand. I thought, this is the life. First of all, why was I doing that? I thought people would want to see me having a good time after the trauma I'd been through. Then I thought about what people? Then I thought, why am I showing my watch? To show wealth? To show off? Why am I showing off? Then I thought to myself, this isn't me. And then I thought deeper, this will never be me. And right there and then, I'll never forget it. It's very complicated to do so, but I deleted my personal social media there and then. It was done. It was gone. It's been years now. I've never gone back and never will go back. Now you're going to say, well, you're on social media, you're on YouTube. Yeah, hopefully providing you value, hopefully providing you a community that improves your life and giving you more than an update of my personal life. Now, maybe if I was an attractive young woman, I'd get more attention. But again, whose attention matters in that moment when I'm healing, on the beach, drinking, and so on? I don't care about anyone's opinion. I don't want anyone's attention. I just want to be present. And I don't want to participate in this global wave of narcissism. And that is where you come in. A lot of the people in my community love the community because it's the only social media that they use, if you want to even call it that, but it's not that. But it's a way to connect with people. In fact, people have actually had more profound realizations, more epiphanies, more understanding, more love, more affection there than any social media. The people who don't post on social media are doing the following. You see, our screen time goes up significantly when we are posting on social media, because not only are we posting, we're looking at other people's social media and we're looking at other posts and other engagement and blah, 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 blah. Waste of time. But the time you save there, you learn. A lot of people I work with say to me they use YouTube and found me on YouTube as a platform to understand things, as a platform to learn. So actually you could still use social media, YouTube, but learn about yourself, learn about your circumstances, rather than posting about your life and then competing with those in your circle and so on and so forth. Next, obviously, you are not a slave to the algorithm. By posting, what do we look for? When I used to post there, I was looking for validation, likes, comments, shares, responds to DMs, and so on. Not only do we engross ourselves into taking the perfect picture and so on, we are engrossed afterwards, this is what keeps us hooked, to that validation. And then stupidly and unconsciously, we are comparing ourselves to others. Well, they got 100 likes on there. I must get likes. Well, I must get shares. Well, I must grow my followers. Well, I must do this X, Y, and Z. Again, think about that young woman who's engaged, going to get married. Why does she give two shits about posting online? For attention. Why does the man do it as well? Why does a man have to be so insecure to post his watch, like I did, post his car, post where he is, thinks that people genuinely give two shits what he's up to, where he's going, and what he's doing, when actually no one cares. And that's the reality. The psychology of those who don't post on social media know and understand that no one really cares about them. No one really cares what they're up to. No one gives two shits that I'm drinking on the beach. No one gives two shit what watch I wear. And even the pretty girls that get all of the DMs, all of the things and so on and so forth, no one really cares for them because it's just a picture. And I'll tell you one other scary thing. I will never forget this. We went out for a big family meal years ago. And I had like an estranged cousin who I never really see. And bless her, she's not the best looking girl in the world. And she's slightly overweight and she has a bit of an awful personality. But there she was, posing on her phone years ago now for a selfie. And if you had seen what she looked like on social media with her thousands of followers and so on, she looks like a different person. People on social media are faking it. People on social media are lying to you. People who post on social media are trying to wind you up, make you feel less than, and trying to trigger you. That's too fake for me. That's bullshit for me. I like to keep it straight. Before I used to hide on here behind footage and create videos a different way. Now I get behind the camera, get behind the microphone and give it to you directly. Hence why I've grown the most I've ever grown and engage with people more than ever before, especially those who are sick and tired with bullshit. And if you are sick and tired with bullshit, join for free. It is free. the No Bullshit Society, my community where you can level up through truth. The link's in the description and pinned comment just down below. Lastly, it's not your fault. I was a gambling addict for 14 years. The industry manipulates you. People do. You feel like you're left out. You're like, well, I should be on social media, especially if you're single. Why shouldn't I be on social media? And that could be a very scary place when you are single and not on social media. However, as a man or a woman, it is very freeing. You regain your privacy. You regain your mental health. You regain clarity. You regain truth. You regain self-acceptance, love, and understanding. And 9 times out of 10, your mental health in the months, weeks, years that transpire from not posting will drastically improve. Because, again, the psychology of anyone, man, woman, whatever, posting on social media, they're a slave to an algorithm, a slave to coding, a slave to attention of people who like, comment that they'll never meet, who like, comment maybe out of jealousy, like, comment, and here's the worst thing, if you really believe in this, are envious of you. They are wishing your downfall. They are wishing for whatever happiness and joy you are portraying on social media gets taken away. How sick and twisted and frightening is that? But that's the cold, hard truth. So if you're on social media right now and still umming and ahhing, maybe use this as an influence and an understanding. If you want to save your mental health, you want to save your time and energy, if you want to learn and grow, get off it. Especially on a personal account. Business is different. Because firstly, no one gives a shit. Secondly, you don't really give a shit. And you need to ask yourself those questions. Why am I doing this? Who am I trying to impress? Why am I trying to impress? Will this actually make me feel connected? No. If anything, it will make you more disconnected to your truer self as a result.